What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for being here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about: movies, video games, comic books, TV shows, and right now I want to talk about Expedition X, Season 1, Episode 4, The Mammoth Caves. Now, this one was cool because this one it's nearby. It's nearby. I live in Ohio. The Mammoth Caves are in Kentucky. I've never personally been to the Mammoth Caves, but I know people who have. And apparently they really are big and spooky. But this was a cool episode because, like I said, it hit close to home, but it also involved some professional cavers, people who are scientists, people who are very familiar with this environment, and they've had weird happenings happen to them. You know, weird experiences with things that they can only let me fix that real fast. Weird experiences that they can only describe as paranormal. I think that's pretty fascinating when you have people with credibility like that. You know, anytime you have somebody with credibility, a scientist, somebody who's a professional, and this happens in the area of their expertise, that lends some credibility to their experience. Doesn't mean there can't still be things that play with your senses. Doesn't mean there can't still be things that make you see or hear things that aren't there. But when Josh sends our two investigators to Mammoth Caves to investigate this, there's already some credibility behind it because of, you know, who these experiences have happened to. So there was some cool stuff that happened. You know, the one investigator, I always forget the girl's name. I always forget her name. I don't know. Let me look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I always forget her name, and I always feel silly. So let's look it up. Expedition X. Jessica. So you got Phil and Jessica. So there was that one experience that Jessica had where she put her hand out. They saw the shadow moving and she put her hand out. She felt something. She freaked out. And, you know, I'm a skeptic like anybody else is, but it's things like that that kind of make you wonder, right? Was this scripted, or was there some truth behind it? It's really pretty fascinating. Now, at the end of the day, do I think that there's really anything haunted in those caves? No, like I said, I'm a skeptic, right? I've got to see it to believe it on most things. On most things. I am a person who, you know, I am a believer. I believe in God. I'm a person who has faith in his life. But when it comes to things like the supernatural or Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, you know, things like that, it's like I'm open to the idea. I'm open to it, but I gotta see it, or at least gotta see some supporting facts. And nothing presented in this episode really sold me on the idea that this cave system was haunted. Her experience was still kind of creepy. You know, we saw that shadow move, we saw her jerk back. That experience was all kind of creepy. And like I said, the idea that there was some professionals who are used to this environment, who saw or had experiences that freaked them out, that they explained as supernatural, that, like I said, that lends some credibility. But overall, this is not an episode that really sold me on this being a reality. You know, some episodes will sell me on some creepy stuff, actually, potentially, like the last one, episode 3, the terror on Doll Island. That one kind of made me wonder a little bit. Like, I wasn't sold, but I was like, you know, I was bouncing on the fence. This one, I'm pretty much on the side that there's nothing there. The side of the fence where there's nothing there. But it was still entertaining. And that's the thing about Josh Gates, is he always does a really good job of creating entertaining TV, even when he goes out and doesn't find anything. He always does a good job of creating entertaining TV. And this is an Expedition Unknown spin-off show. You know, it's a Josh Gates show. Even though he's not the main host, it's still a Josh Gates show. So he does a good job of taking whatever it is that they find, be it a lot or be it next to nothing, and creating some entertainment value out of it. So that's something that I've always liked about him, and that's something that this show does pretty consistently well. And this episode did it well. It was a very enjoying experience to watch, especially since it was nearby. You know, I can be down to the Mammoth Cave in just a few hours. So that's cool. And this is one of those things where I'm like, man, that's nearby. I should get in my car and check it out. I didn't. I didn't. And now the coronavirus has hit, and I'm sequestered into my man cave here. I got my Xbox right here. I got my TV right here. I got my Wii U. I got my regular Nintendo down here. My regular Nintendo with all my games. I'm gonna play some Terminator 2 later. I got my computer here. I got my comic books around me. I'm sequestered. Sequestered. Maybe every now and then I'll peek my head out the door and say, "Kids, are you guys okay?" Okay. Got my book. Got my book. This is what I'm reading right now. Resistance Reborn. So I'm sequestered. So I can't make it down to the Mammoth Cave right now. Even though I think it'd be a fun experience. You know, I really got off on a tangent there, guys. I'm getting a little stir crazy with coronavirus stalking me. Coronavirus is stalking me like I'm its prey. I'm in the basement right now. I got my window back here, and I got another window up here, and I just feel coronavirus out there peeking in, wanting to come take me. I won't let it. I'm sequestered. I'm sequestered. Alright, guys. Good episode of Expedition X. Not the best. I still love the Mothman episode. I still really like the Terror on Doll Island episode. Those are my two favorites so far. But Mammoth Cave was interesting. So what were your thoughts on the Mammoth Cave episode 4 of Expedition X? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to try to not be so stir crazy on my next video. But guys, I really appreciate you being here and joining me where we here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later. I'm going to play my Switch.